Hey Neil, how's it going? Crikey. It's not... what the bloody hell? Things are all over the bloody place tonight. Not that it matters, I don't really need that right now, but anyway. Oh, Well, I'm just going to do a very quick restart on OBS. So hopefully that won't cause too many disasters, as I slightly effed up today. I forgot to set things up properly. So give me 1 second. I shall be right back. Hopefully it will just buffer a second and then you'll have me back. Right, won't be a moment. Right, we should be functional now, hopefully. I hope, maybe, possibly. Don't think I've messed anything else up. Yeah, I think that looks good. Hopefully. How are we doing anyway? Evening, folks. Yeah, I had to unplug stuff over the weekend and I forgot to plug it back in, so meant having to reopen different programs and different orders and so on and so forth to make sure everything works. Otherwise, I usually end up with like no sound in my headphones, which makes life a little bit more difficult generally. Anyway, how are we doing? Evening all, evening Tango, evening Sue, how are we doing? Evening Flippers, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're all good. There we go. Getting to see for looking. Right, yes, Starfield Day. Should be good. Yeah, still trying... Oh my, look at that number. That's a scary number. It's also wildly different to the one on my phone. That's curious. So my phone says it's 4 degrees, and my computer says it's 0. Curious. Most curious. Oh, my phone's now updated and says 1 degree. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. It's cold here tonight. Yeah, it's snowing here as well, Steve. Went to take bins out earlier and got thoroughly snowed on. Came back in looking like a Yeti. Well, no, I didn't. I was just like faintly dusted with snow, but anyway. It's not half as funny. Yeah, so it's nice. Except for the, bleeding cold bit. But there you go. Winter is here and all that. It's not so much coming as it's come already. Though it is around about the right time. Mid-November and all that. Not going to settle, at least not based on what I'm seeing. Anyway, it'll just melt as soon as it hits the ground. But yeah, it's definitely cold. How are you doing, Stella? You alright? Just take a while to pull my socks up. Right. Now we get this ball rolling. We'll head back to Varun Kai and see what's what. And I believe we need to assist House Dulkef with whatever the heck is bothering them. They're the trade-orientated people, aren't they? So, The survival game on offer, down 10 quid. Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous is at 10 quid as well, if you happen to want hardcore CRPG. Good game, that. Not exactly for the faint of heart, though. It is a tough game. You really need to deep dive into mechanics and buffs and things like that and be really into that for that game. But it is cool. This button. And also I have other notifications which are strange. Okay, it's just earlier than I would expect. Yeah, okay, good. I might start shouting at me for a minute then, but it's not going to. Anyway, yeah. What did we do last time? Last time we helped out the Herald, and she had seen Anasko Varun and had a vision that we weren't able to communicate with him. Our efforts to make contact and potentially save him and or House Varun might be a failure. So we went and made contact with him. I assume inspiring him to hold on a bit more. And then we went off and helped House Vethal, who helped House Vethal's head. His son and heir had rejected the family and the teachings of House Varun and everything and decided to leave. He did want to leave the planet entirely, although that wasn't a viable option to him. So he's just gone and hidden away for now. We'll maybe leave later. But, yeah, they wanted him dead for this, viewing him as a traitor and stuff. And, yeah, it's that kind of madness that really doesn't appeal very much. So I was having none of that, and we went and helped him fake his death instead, which was sucky for a bunch of people, but not so much for him, who is still alive. And we got the help we needed from them. The crazy kind of... what was their role? They're like the... I forget what they said the House Vathal's general role was. It was more of a... It was like internal security or stuff like that. I think. I forget now. But anyway, not the most agreeable bunch ever. Actually, most of the family wasn't so bad. It was just the patriarch of the family who was a complete knob end. But there we go. Yeah, not much to see at the moment, so it's just a little bit if you're outside, but it's not settling, so... Mind you, you'd have a hard time. It's been drizzling all day, raining all day, on and off. It has all weekend, really. Right then. This morning device is coming together. Where's the stairs? Oh, there they are. Androsia's hiding them. Second. Like things were a bit whippy then. Maybe not. Yeah. Otherwise, I think that's generally quite good, aren't we? I don't think there's much to do with gear-wise. I'm not horrifically overburdened. No. No, I think we're good. Well, helmets to sell, maybe, but I think I cleaned everybody out, didn't I? So, right. Evening, Grey. Aligning the houses. Assist hostile Kef. We're over this way. Let's rock and roll. So we've had one family who involved in rooting out what they view as traitors and the like, and people who turn their back on the teachings of House Varun, which is, you know, a little bit Gestapo, but still. And they turned out to be assholes. Then we had the external spy service type people with House Kadik, and they were very, very more interested in the fortunes of their house than the good of the people they were supposed to be serving and representing. So they were pretty much assholes too, and we'll see how this lot go.
I am not sure what to make of
Yeah, not so bad. All good over here. We have a cold. Yeah.
To sleep in my own bed again.
Such is life. Alright, so the person I need is upstairs apparently.
There's a lot that needs to be done. So much sometimes. Paralyzing.
Ahem.
I hear justice has been meted out against Ukaru's killer. On behalf of House Dulkev, thank you.
Oh yeah, he was a member of Hostile Cap who had infiltrated the Zealots, I think. Got himself killed during that course of that.
Malibor has kept me informed of the situation. The deadlock of the High Council. I hope your presence here means things have changed.
Yes, Malibor was the more agreeable member of the High Council who was willing to work with us, and presumably this guy's the head of his house. The other houses have agreed to cooperate. Don't you understand you have information for me? It's a shame we couldn't be informed of whatever it is you claim to have for me. Yep, they've agreed to cooperate. Down to you.
Good. Good. I'm pleased that the Council is once again working towards a solution. It felt wrong not to help.
Nice, Steve.
Do you know where I was when it happened? The incident, they call it. I was in the temple next door, conversing with my cousin. I was in the middle of replying to him about, you know, I don't even recall. Some meaningless bit of family drama, I'm sure. One moment he was there, and the next, gone. My cousin, the floor, the wall, just gone. I found myself looking out at the scaled citadel, unable to comprehend. And now, here I stand, the elder of House Dulkev.
Sounds like he wasn't the elder until somebody got zapped away. Interesting. Sorry if you lost. Lucky to be alive. Here for information on the story. Sorry for your loss. Be nice.
Yes, I suppose. Although, from an outside perspective, one could consider it a fair trade. Given my new role. Perhaps even a gain.
Anything to get ahead. Heartless way to look at the loss of a relative. I'm sure your cousin would consider the ministry in safe hands. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a bit of a heartless way to talk about the loss of a relative.
I agree. And yet, with the proper detachment, nearly anything can be seen as transactional. Those within House Dulkev are trained for it. You cannot imagine it. A single moment of pure, terrible silence. A meter's distance was all that separated me from whatever has become of Dazra. I find that through all the chaos and the scrambling since, my mind drifts back to that moment.
I can imagine.
I could be gone as well. But here I remain, spared. And I do not know why.
You stood a meter away from the point at which the experiment's limit was. Ron, thank you very much for the new sub. Welcome on in. Luck, in short. Been through a lot. You're out to leading. Other people are suffering right now. We can help them. Can't do on the past. Have to keep moving forward. Great Serpent has a plan for you as he does for us all. It's a bit much, that I think. People are suffering and we can help. Let's go with that one.
Hopefully you can deliver them from this. But what comes after? What about the next trial?
I believe they call that life.
I should shoulder my own burdens, not force them upon you. I've grown so tired of the council squabbling, and I want no further part in it. I have no demands. No
Share is not settled.
All must serve. And House Dulkev is no exception.
Seems everyone seems to want something out of this. You have no idea if this is going to pay off to you. That's what you're only telling me now. This could have been shared with the council long before I got here. Let's go Serpent's Embrace. Just to butter him up a little bit. Selflessness, I'm not going to notice.
That remains to be seen. Here is what I can tell you. Sometime before our current calamity, Enesco Varun approached me looking for information about his grandfather's time. He was frustrated at the lack of progress. House Dulkev keeps extensive records, you see. While I was never told the exact reason behind the inquiry, I was able to deduce a fair amount. I provided him with the shipping manifests from the time of the Serpent's crusade, materials and equipment that suggested some highly specialized research. I told Enesco where those materials had been sent. Weeks later, well, you've seen the Citadel. You know as well as any where we are now.
You think it's related?
The timing is too close to be coincidence.
We're talking about a gap of weeks.
Side in unusually good spirits. He boasted of something called the Vortex Interlock, and that it was the key to unlocking some new...
Okay, it's probably related.
Whatever records exist of this interlock were swallowed up with the Citadel. And as for the original site, executors were sent, but did not return. We can spare no more casualties. So I suggest you visit Malin Dam to the southeast. I believe it is more than it seems. It is the only place to learn more about these vortex interlocks and what connection they may have to the events at the Citadel. And should your search be fruitful, make sure it is known that House Dulkev was proud to serve when called upon.
So, something at the dam was going down. Some piece of research into the vortex that provided the necessary final piece of the puzzle to get Enesco's experiment off the ground, apparently. Well, the play will be to drive there. And I thought, yeah, I think we left the Rev 8 over there, didn't we? So I think we'll bounce over to the Rev 8. I'm upstairs, so you go that way. Grab that, and then I guess we'll have to drive around town. Because I don't think I mean, I might be able to drive through town. It'd be a bit of a risk, but I'm not sure it's a good idea, but I might try it. We got some lag there. Loading lag, I guess. Streaming in the assets. Why are we sitting pretty at 30 FPS? Because I bloody shouldn't be. Weird. Still weird, just the frame rates around here are struggling a little bit apparently. Very strange. It's actually gone up a little bit now. It's between sort of 41 and 35-ish at the moment. Yeah, frames do seem to be a bit iffy. Mind you, looks smooth enough, so... No, it's back at the ship. I thought I left it over here. Not convinced I didn't.
This city, I can hardly understand what I'm seeing.
No notification now. Yep, YouTube being as helpful as always, I see. We dip below 30 now. It's just not running particularly well. Let's try that, see how it looks. That's a bit better. Still looks fine. The LSS is freaking out apparently. Probably something to do with the driver update, I'd guess. There's not been an update to Starfield since I last played. I think there has been driver updates though, so I think that's probably what's going on here. Weirdly, I do feel like the Rev8 is struggling a bit right now for traction and stuff. Definitely a struggle for traction here. I don't recall being a thing before. So they've snuck in a change I wasn't aware of. I'm stuck on a shrub. Right. Yeah, this thing does not seem to be handling particularly well all of a sudden. Something's definitely changed. It wasn't this all over the place before.
I believe we
Who gave it away, Andrea? Was it the laser blast or the grenade somebody threw at me? We're nearly there now. Yeah, we're lacking acceleration and traction. It's really weird. Okay, let's go then.
considerable
Damn.
effort went into making at least some portion of this water sanitary.
There's an entrance, apparently. Shifty around. Assuming the Zealot helmet is just a weird twist of the loot lists. It should not, in fact, be yeah, actually present. Probably not indicating that this place was occupied by Zealots either. Did so, apparently.
There, not unless you have a card.
A little young or a little short to be a maintenance worker. Have to have a card. Misplaced by mine. Isn't a safe place for a child. A little young or a little short to be a maintenance worker.
You're funny. So you're trying to get in there? You're not the first person to come here recently, you know? Anasko Varun himself was here. I saw him, but
He's got it.
he didn't talk to me. And there were too many other people around him. They all looked really serious.
I'm actually trying to help him.
I heard he disappeared. Is that true? I never saw him come back out of the dam. But I did see them go in. They had cards that let them open the door. I found one after they'd left. I thought about using it, but I didn't want to get in trouble. Khalil said I should give it to him for safekeeping. So I did. Maybe he'll let you have it.
Go have a chat with Khalil then.
He's really friendly. I'm sure he'll help.
Yeah. Yeah, coming through a bit late there, aren't they? Oof. So he is apparently to be found at the Abbas Seaweed Farm. Risk of bodily harm. I'm guessing angry robots in there.
I appreciate you taking the wheel.
I mean, figuratively speaking, because it does seem to be something this vehicle is conspicuously lacking. Maybe that's why I'm having such a hard time driving it. It's got no wheel. Yeah, it's a bit weird and all over the place. I'm not sure what's going on here. Now I think about it, I actually do want to take a quick look at Steam. And see whether or not there's any hints here. Steam, open up. Oh, me being a dumbass. That's fine. Beta kicked off 5th of November. So arguably the new update should probably be out in the next day or two. But it's not out yet. So there shouldn't be any changes. So something weird is occurring, as we thought. Ew.
It would seem the farm has fallen on hard times. It is so empty.
Yeah, the place looks like it's seen better days. Probably doesn't bode well given why we're here. I'm going to go ahead and guess that somebody else found out he had the key. And came looking for it.
I hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
Hey, it wasn't marked as stealing, so... Although logically it should be. Aljira Abbas, who appears to not be dead. And Gamaral. I'm gonna go ahead and assume is not husband. Still a shielded lab outfit. Huh. Interesting.
I remember this place. The seaweed dumplings were excellent. A shame to see it shuttered.
Probably shouldn't have helped myself to those. They weren't marked as stolen originally, so that's all a bit weird. If there were, I missed it. Losing the store. Gamaral, I know what the farm has meant to your family over the years and what it's come to mean to us all. You already know what comes next. Ooh. Since losing Regis cannot summon the will to carry on as we once did, even if business was good, which we both know is not, the story reminds me too much of him, of what I've lost. I've decided to move to Dazra and live out whatever days the Serpent grants me. Give my love to Aljira and look after that sweet baby boy of yours, Imri. Why would there be a UC Marine spacesuit? That doesn't make any sense. There's a picture of a rainbow. There's plenty of a planet. Well, these it looks like a kid's drawing, so it's probably drawn by a kid who lives on this planet. Be my guess. There we go. Took a minute. Medical vendors use their blood packs. I've never actually checked. Well, I think I have anyway. Oh, excuse me. The person I'm looking for is supposed to be... Ah, there's some stairs. On an upper level. Well, let's go see what's over here first. Leaving a Bass Farm. Last mark, cannot bet to face Gamriel. Gamriel? Anyway. Please apologize on my behalf. Whatever this place may have meant to us is in the past. It would be foolish to refuse to recognize it. Can no longer sustain us. I must take my family someplace else where we can actually make a living and survive. We also have fond memories of the farm. It's time to move on. Yeah, hard times indeed. And all the staff have just gone, yeah, I can't make a living here. I'm packing up and I'm leaving. In some cases, not actually packing up at all. That was the right call or not, but guess not. There better be something good in here after this one. This one's proving challenging. Need blood packs for vanguards so you can have to come out to make it hard to get them. Yeah, possible. I don't think it makes it all that hard though, really, does it? Oof. Old Earth advanced shotgun. Bunch of ammo that would be stealing. It really wasn't worth all that effort. What are we gonna do, eh? The whole down there area I didn't see earlier. I think it did. Maybe I did. Bit confused. Thick blood. Well, another good way is go to places like AVR Medical or other places that have a lot of medical storage boxes and stuff. Should have a decent drop rate there, I would think.
I would say you caught us on a bad day, but they're all like this.
Understand you have access can't further down. Do you like it here?
I am not sure I have liked anywhere, to be honest. The work is predictable, not too taxing, and Gameral lets me get away with less than others might. I could do worse. The aches and pains of old age would follow me no matter where I go. And if I could just get a good night's sleep, I would find all this quite acceptable.
Interesting. That guy looks like one of the more realistic looking people I've seen in this game in a while. So the little details, the shape of his head, it just looks more photorealistic than usual.
Goodness, no. Not a decent night's sleep in years, at least that I can recall. The aforementioned aches and pains at first, but over time I find my dreams drift towards something dark. The product of an anxious mind with too many years. Think nothing of it.
How long have you been here?
In comparison to some, hardly any time at all. I stumbled upon this place a few years back, and they were so desperate for help. I offered
It
my
would have been quicker,
services,
Steve.
they accepted, and here we are. I suspect, given my age, that my story will likely end here. At least, until the Great Serpent decides what to do with me after.
He doesn't look that old to me. He looks like he's probably a young guy who's aged more than he should. Looks older than his numbers. Tell me about these dreams.
Why would you care about the meaningless dreams of an old man?
There are people who believe they always mean something. Small talk. Let's go with they always mean something.
And are you one of them? I have this dream where I am a ghost, haunting long abandoned halls. There are others, and we are trapped for eternity, doomed to roam this corner of the world of the living. I fear I shall never see the Great Serpent. Perhaps it simply means I worry I have not done enough with my life. Perhaps I'm not getting enough vitamins.
Good question.
No offense, but it's not your property.
The ownership of the card is far less important than its use.
Be that as it may, I feel it should be turned over to the proper authorities.
Why are you even hanging on to it for weeks then? Don't attempt to deceive the Great Serpent. He sees what's in your heart. The longer it takes to get the card back to Dazra, the more risk we're all in. I'll take it. I need that card, and I think we can talk this out. Or get Andreas to do it. Well, let's get Andreas to do it.
You know that all must serve Kavil. Right now, handing over that keycard. That is how you best serve the Great Serpent.
I only wish to serve, I swear. You are right, though. Here, take it.
There we go. There's the Starfield motif.
Fine day for a drive, is it not?
Yeah, this car should really have much less, well, buggy Jeep thing, should have much less issue getting up that hill than it does. And it does slide around like it's on ice. Which I'm sure it didn't used to do. Don't know what's going on there. Weird bug. Interesting take there, guy. Good looking car, I'm assuming that's related to sort out the road end. Yeah, it's a strange turn of events.
If you're here for a meal, hope you like seaweed.
I see, he's walked over from the farm.
I guess? It's the only place I've ever lived. Father says we have to make do with what the Great Serpent
It was
provides.
his drawings,
so
okay.
we do.
What are you doing here?
Not much. Just looking around, mostly. I used to try and find scrap to sell, but I don't think there's any left at this point. I like the view too, and it's nice to just get away from the farm sometimes.
Is it safe?
Father says the Great Serpent watches over us all the time. I'm not worried.
Yeah,
Besides,
it's not going to stop
no
you
one
getting
ever
gobbled
comes
up
around
with
here
something.
anymore anyways.
Doesn't mean there's nobody to find you if something goes wrong either. I saw a Reliant Robin the other day. Parked up by the road. The white one.
No indications that there is anyone else around, but we should still be cautious.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree. It's not an alarming noise at all. So there have been collapses then. Interesting. Not sure where that list's supposed to come out that I didn't take, but Let's not go for a dip in that. If I have to. No, I shouldn't imagine there's huge numbers. It looked very odd, just completely painted white.
This was occupied at one time. Now, though, we seem to be all alone.
Yeah. Weirdly, the white paint job on the thing reminded me somewhat of. Interesting. Well, I guess we're going this way. Like when you go into a house and somebody's just painted white gloss over everything. It's a bit like that. Interesting. Not actually a bad looking outfit, that one. Just want to stick with what I've got because it suits my character better, but still. This area is all effed up. Okay, I think I've just figured it out. Be nothing back that way, so no. Yep, got it. Marine Assault Spacesuit Superior. Does look good. It's actually technically slightly better than what I have. Compared to equipment. Could actually be made better. My current one is advanced, not superior. Although with all the other bits and pieces, I think my current one's probably technically better. I really wish the mod would be updated so that I could transmog to have that look on the spacesuit, but okay, very much I'm exploring the Death Star's trash compactor vibes again. Yeah, somehow I thought that liquid was not going to be good for my feet.
There must be some mechanism for draining the floodwaters.
Well, yeah, that does make sense. Presence of a Trekkers Alliance helmet down here doesn't, but also if we're just going to let them out into the area below the dams, not at risk contamination of like water supplies and stuff. Yeah. You do get the odd thing placed around that just doesn't make a lot of sense. The odd UC military piece of gear or that sort of thing. Trekkers Alliance spacesuit and things. Let's see. This would definitely suck to try and do if we didn't have... Oh, hello. Jetpack. I think I've worked out how to parkour over there. Those who don't actually have a jetpack. Because you can have a backpack that doesn't have jetpack options. That looks familiar. I don't know if you'll be able to get in going that way. I'm curious about what's over there, though. Yeah, how would you do this without a jetpack, I wonder? With difficulty, I suppose. Still going to be difficulty, apparently, because I can't get through there.
Oh! Shall we agree that was an unfortunate accident?
Well, I only lost like 2 HP for it, so I don't think I'm going to worry too much. You can show you where what the one I just picked up, or the spacesuit, Steve. I've never actually changed anybody's spacesuit at all. Any of the companions. Especially as their constellation ones have like unique variations on them. Patches talking about their various skills, or showing their various skills. Spacesuit. Where's purple robes you picked up as well? I don't think I know of any purple robes, although I am curious now. Maybe I did. I actually quite like her outfit because it's so unique. You don't see anybody else with it. But even in House Faroon it's unique, so... Error, critical fault in power grid 3C. Vortex power modulator, unresponsive, repair or disable this unit to bypass grid and re-enable pump control. So the thing that Anasko Varun took from this place, for his experiment, is what led to the place getting flooded. That would have been a good few weeks back. It's been like a bunch of weeks since the event happened, and it was a bunch of weeks before that he took it, so it's probably been at least 6 weeks since then. I think it was Purple Rain, wasn't it, no? You change clothes you can take for yourself. Yeah, but I don't know that would be an improvement either. Kind of curious now.
I'm grateful for our time together. Come back to me
Yeah,
soon.
I'll deal with it later. Maybe. I do kind of like her in that outfit. Going up. Oh, I think I'm supposed to disable it the old-fashioned way, aren't I?
Warning. Power fluctuations detected. Rerouting to compensate. Drainage pump control bypassed.
And that should allow us to, therefore, drain it. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but okay. Drainage pump jammed in some way or missing important component. That I could understand, but the fact that it's destroying that big thing on the wall bypass everything and it works, I don't really get that. Bit weird. How you doing, Brad? You alright? Evening, Calajan? This reminds me of something else, actually. Possibly Tomb Raider or something. Western, yeah, it does have a bit of that vibe too. It's definitely, in fact, there's a sizable chunk of that. I suppose it's not surprising, given that it's, you know, made by the same people. I did check over here, didn't I? Yeah. Did I? Yeah. Sizzly feet. Remodular installation. As per orders from supervisor downstairs, new modulator has been installed. Rest assured that all necessary precautions have been taken to oppose no interference in day-to-day operations of the facility. As with all operations downstairs, the exact nature and function of the modulator is not your concern. Do not stand directly under the modulator. Avoid prolonged exposure. The modulator contains an energy core which, if exposed, should not be touched, inhaled, or looked at. Do not attempt to interact with it for any reason. In the event of an anomalous incident, report to supervisor immediately and exit facility. For the vortex Myodogs, yeah. PPE required beyond this point. There's my PPE. Wrong game. Trying to line this up as dead center as I can, but it's a bit difficult. As good as I'm getting. Cool corridor. Safety squints. I read that safety sequins and I was like, how the fuck's that gonna help?
You are not welcome here. You will leave immediately.
This
is your only warning.
Ah, I see. Malene. That means she's a significant, very significant person in the Zealots. Who are you?
I guard these halls with my brothers and sisters until the shrouding. None are
Bridget
out,
Malene.
including you.
Looking for information.
I do not care what you think you need. Junon Baron himself charged us with the protection of this facility. It was his last order, and it will be carried out.
Well done. You can hear me? Fascinating. Other phantoms couldn't. I don't know what this facility is, and we have to find out. Yeah, the secret facility underneath the dam. Alaska's in danger of trying to save him. Maybe all of Hasfarin. What are you talking about? Jinan Varun died decades ago. Yeah. I'm guessing she's inherited the role, and the last of the family who didn't become zealots are still down there.
And yet, his orders were clear. That he has passed on does not matter.
Damn secret.
The work done here must be safeguarded, protected, never permitted to
I
leave.
got it.
None but the Speaker may decide otherwise. And you are not the Speaker.
I see. So they let Anasco pass because he's the Speaker. They're not going to grant me the same kindness, though. Chicken masala. Chocolate Labs. That sounds like a tasty snack.
Extra ammunition is always...
Always welcome indeed. Expedition logs. Where are they? There we are.
Speaker, please, do not get too close.
It's welcome if they have any.
They know who I am. You do, yes? I can see it. You know me. I am Anasco Varun, Speaker for the Great Serpent.
Yes, Speaker. We know. We serve. We have always served.
And your service is commended. Are you all that remain of this place?
Xion himself bade us guard these halls for all time. Others left. We remain.
Very well. You, get to work. Yes, of course, sir. At once. You heard the Speaker. Every terminal, every data log, every cable and component. I want it all inspected and a full report within the hour.
That's a bit of an unrealistic ask, I suspect. Every cable and terminal inspected and a full report within an hour. That's yeah, it's a little unrealistic.
You were warned. You did not listen.
I listened, I just didn't care. It's too much at stake for me to walk away. Don't want any trouble. Must be some way we can talk this out. Let's try and talk this out.
There is not.
Okay.
The Speaker's orders will be carried out. You must die.
I don't think so. She's gone hostile. Ooh! She's a badass. Where are ya? Up there, huh? Heck is she shooting me with? That's cool.
Another victory. Well
Gotcha. Look at that health. She was hardcore. But not technically a zealot. Although, arguably, maybe kind of.
How quickly can you get that done?
The suit. there's much else to find here. Then the remains of our recently departed friend there, which I'll be going for in just a moment. How else is that food chain? No, unfortunately not. Though they are rather crispy now. Not great, but it'll sell for a few quid. Well, she was up here when I finished her off, but I don't see any remains, which sucks. So I'd like to know what she was shooting me with. It's a tick well as the Declare Crusader, yeah. It's indeed busted. Rather thought it might be. Find another way in. Decent bit of bounty hunter kit there. Still not as good as what I've got. Ooh. Pulse and galvanized reactive. That's actually a pretty decent explorer helmet. Still not as good as what I've got, but...
Lots of technical equipment here. I cannot make sense of it, but clearly someone could, and did.
Well, yeah, wouldn't be much use if nobody could make sense of it now, would it? Be a bit bloody pointless. Supervisor note to pivot. Current goal of moving large objects has repeatedly proven too difficult. Properly controlling the wattage has been impossible, as evidenced by a last test that sent a container through the wall. Probably useful. High Council has already been appraised of this development, refuses to allow outside personnel to enter facility. Have to fix this ourselves. No wish to burden the team with additional tasks of regular repairs, not to mention the potential for catastrophic damage. Thank the Serpent, we were lucky this time. Effort should instead be focused into an area which we have already demonstrated some success. Continue to work with smaller objects but of increasing complexity and more varied properties. Example, attempt to transfer a keycard. Is the stored data, put those words together in a weird construction, retained after the process or lost? Must demonstrate results soon. All of House Marine is counting on us. Complete teleportation experiment. Power usage. It is crucial that correct wattage is set before performing experiment. Until the next phase of our larger project is complete, we are reliant on the energy that can be acquired directly from the dam. This energy has been shown to vary depending on external factors. Exercise particular caution when hydroelectrics are in low power or restricted mode. During these periods, value must be increased by 100 to compensate. Failure to comply could result in damage to equipment and or bodily harm. About 100, okay. Experimental results. Batch 46, high power mode, solid iron, result, it's 221, success. Pen, 124, success. Notebook, 444, failure. Solid copper, 454, failure. Keycard, 235, success. Update. Kievan Malin. Brilliant Jinan Varin, exalted speaker of the Great Serpent, has once again imparted his wisdom and counsel to further guide the bright future of House Varoon. Having relayed knowledge of the vortex, the space between universes, Speaker Varin has instilled within the workers of this facility a burning desire to achieve new milestones in science and has given new purpose to the goals of harnessing a great power in the name of the Great Serpent and House Varoon. Work begins at once to discern the nature of this energy and to use it to bring glory to House Varoon and deliver victory in the Serpent's Crusade. So yes, ever since Jinan Varoon, they have been trying to make contact with the speaker, with the Serpent again, it would seem, and not succeeding.
Unless you are secretly on staff for this laboratory, I do not think we are supposed to be here.
My power restricted. Value increased by 100 to compensate. Okay. So 235. How do I adjust such things?
Let us keep from pressing any unnecessary buttons in here, yes?
Ah, I see. If I'm correct, that should be insufficient and it needs to be 335. Thought so. Yep. Successfully teleported the keycard out of the thingamajig, which was kind of blending in a bit much. Needed maybe a little less light out this side and a bit more direct light on that to draw the eye to it. Oh well. Welcome to House Hunts. Would you like to try our new almost soft serve? Almost serve soft serve, yeah. We got it. Guess this is where it all went belly up for him, man. Not sure why there'd be a rattler either, but...
You think you would be rid of me so easily? The arrogance!
It would seem this will be more challenging than we anticipated.
The work done
You're not
here
wrong.
has tied us to this place for all time. That is why we have agreed to guard it.
You've got no choice, you can't leave.
Sister, have you not finished this game? You should have heeded Karija's words in the beginning, little one. This is no place for you.
Hey, he got a
Does it
little.
seem that I spoke too soon?
The outcome has not changed, Dazra. We are still in control here.
Oh, the quest markers were all over the place, really. Not ideal. Not going to stop until I get answers. You must let me pass. I'm supposed to skip the fighting this time. I'm going to stop until I get answers.
I respect your dedication, but I also cannot stop. I swore an oath to House Varoon, and I will uphold it. Do you even understand why you are here? What it is you are looking for? This seems a fool's errand.
Looking for something called a vortex interlock. I need to know what Nazca came here for. Something that here that can save House Varun.
Jinan Varun believed the same, at least in the beginning. You should have left when you had the chance.
Quiet. Did you hear that?
Oh, good throw, apparently. One down. Two down, apparently. Temporarily. Can't deny they're tough. Guessing what I need is in there. Expedition log 2.
Always worth check.
Lacerations.
And you are sure?
Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Yes, Speaker. These vortex interlocks are complicated devices. We could recreate them from schematics we have recovered, but that would take time.
My brothers and sisters and I, we are bound to the pods. The pods are powered by the interlocks. We move them and you kill us.
Yes, I understand. But you are sworn to serve, are you not?
We are, Speaker. Almost, sir.
Then what better service than to facilitate contact with the Great Serpent himself? Your sacrifice will bring about a new era for House Varun.
As the Great Serpent wills.
We will begin
Just
extraction
gonna
at once.
agree to let him slaughter
We
you.
need to upgrade the equipment at the Citadel.
Oh dear. Exactly. Gotcha. The most gracious and grand speaker, Jinan Barin, continues to place trust in this work facility and his team, that we can and will deliver critical updates in this technology. The work done here would lead House Varun to an enduring victory over the brutes of the so-called settled systems and pave the way for the Great Serpent's glorious return. Yeah, really, such an admirable group. Application of fascinating vortex energy so graciously bestowed on us by our leader continues apace. Speaker's dream of a grand army that no force could hope to stand against will become a reality, and reality begins here and now. Research logs. Moment. National average in Cambodia. Well, definitely. So, round 4 of extraction successful. Vortex interlocks integrated into pod support systems. Power level stabilized. Human trials begin tomorrow. Interlock successful. Test subjects remain alert and responsive in non-corporeal form after sync. Pod readouts indicate all vital signs nominal. Communications from Citadel increase in urgency. Further positive results need to be demonstrated ASAP. Location transference remains limited to within the facility. Attempts to increase range have failed. All 4 subjects have remained stable for 10 months. Monitoring shows minimal fluctuations in energy patterns. Awareness and intelligence are unaffected, regardless of the number of experiments performed. No degradation in their ability. Additional efforts to increase transference range are successful. Vortex interlocks were key to enabling site-to-site transference in the first place, but appear to remain essential. If increasing range is out of our grasp for now, developing the Vortex interlock has been crucial in advancing technology. Even if anyway. Note, subjects have been reporting dreams that suggest some sort of extra spatial ability. Frequent mentions of events occurring outside the facility they could otherwise have no knowledge of. Catalogue all instances and cross-check for accuracy. So they've put 4 people into pods and used these vortex interlocks to move them into what would appear to be an interdimensional state where they become vortex phantoms, in the hope that they become, what, unstoppable soldiers? But despite success with all of that, they could never actually move any further away than this facility. Couldn't manifest outside the facility. So nothing in any of these 3. Nothing in any of these pods. So that's the next thing I need to activate, apparently. In order to get a vortex interlock, which we will probably need in order to activate the warning device and be able to actually get inside the scaled citadel, I guess. Rune streetwear? What's that? Ooh, that's quite the beastie outfit. That would actually be cool. I actually do quite like the look of that jacket. It's quite badass. Don't know that necessarily suits my character, but it's quite badass. I'm curious if it suits Androsia a little better, actually. Because my character is a kind of skinny-looking small lass.
My day is suddenly, I keep whatever you give.
No, that wasn't correct. Hmm,
I'm...
Quite the plan. Let's put some clothes on, shall we?
sorry to see you go.
Doesn't really suit Androsia either, does it?
I owe this pledge. If there's anything you need...
She's got a lot of stuff I didn't realise she had, actually. No, it doesn't look like I get... I have to take it off first. Okay.
I will be thinking about... you.
no, it kind of doesn't work. Looks better than it does for Androsia, anyway. That was not what I was looking to achieve. Sorry. Grenade button's right next to the freaking torch button, which is not very helpful. Yeah, better on my character than on Androsia, but not really quite right for either of them, I don't think. He's quite cool, though. This is a little bit more Alien and Varun-like in some ways. It's just a little bit chonky. I don't know, I might stick with it for a bit and see how I feel. Schemaz? I don't know.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
You have the interlock speaker, and the sum total of the data gathered is on the slates in your possession. Well, then I have all I came for. It is time to leave. You, Phantom. One final order awaits you.
We exist to serve, Speaker.
I know you do. My grandfather insisted this place remain secret. Known only to him. Known only to the Speaker. No one else.
As the Speaker wills it.
Sir, please. Have we not done all that was asked? Oh, you and your team have served well. But your service to me is at an end. Now you shall serve the Great Serpent directly.
Lovely fella. Don't feel too inclined to help him out, to be honest. Divert the interlock console. Ooh. Makes it look like the first person to die in a remake of The Thing. Yeah, he does seem like a bit of a lunatic, doesn't he? Per immediate order of Speaker Jinan Varun, all managing personnel have been reassigned from this facility. Transitional team has been appointed to oversee immediate cessation of work at the site. No information or materials to leave facility under any circumstances. All current workers will be informed of their last day on site and will be searched to ensure no unauthorized information exits facility. All test subjects have been directed by Jinan Varun himself to maintain watch over the facility after personnel departure. All workers should be advised that any attempt to enter beyond the date operations are discontinued will be fatal. Jinan and the High Council remain grateful for the work done here. Yeah. So Jinan wanted to create an army of phantom soldiers who couldn't be stopped. Failed, because they couldn't project beyond this place, so he just had them defend this place. How am I supposed to get there, wherever there is? This way, I guess? But his grandson came along and realised the technology could be repurposed to attempt to contact the Great Serpent. Being the mad bastard that he is, decided to kill everybody who tried to get involved. Interesting. Surprised the scriptures of the Great Serpent are inscribed on gold tablets that only the founder has ever seen. I don't believe for even... well... I was going to say I don't believe for even a moment that Jinan Varun saw anything. However... oh, I think I've just found it. the way forward. The fact that he was aware of the vortex and was attempting to harness it for use suggests that something happened. Of course.
Do you not grow weary of this? I assure you, it will not end.
Going to find a way to stop you. Let's just stop repeating this. There must be some arrangement we can come to. How many times do I have to kill you? Must be some arrangement we can come to.
You are the one with the power to change this. Either by turning around or dying.
This is turning into a most exhilarating exercise.
All this noise over one little
Right,
trespasser.
yeah.
Let us be done with this already.
I'm guessing that's all three. And there was one more.
Endure because it has been ordered of us. House Faroon's return to greatness begins with the work done here. And until that time comes, we will keep it safe.
Yeah, it's not really surprising that these people are willing to sacrifice their life for Jinan and become part of this experiment. The rest of their family would also be crazy enough to kick off when his children ended the Serpent's Crusade, leading to their exile. Not leaving that attack. Vortex interlocks what Anaska took with him. I need one. Your stubbornness will cost countless lives in Dazra. Let me take what I need and leave.
I cannot. The speaker gave orders. He speaks for the Great Serpent.
Yeah, but he doesn't. That's the whole fucking point. He can't communicate with the Great Serpent because nobody has succeeded in doing that in well, since Jinan Varun did the first time. It's one down anyway. Two down, possibly all three. Oh, I apparently need to shoot this again, do I?
Warning. Power grid destabilized. Containment fields failing. Backup systems risk overload. Consider manual shutdown at the earliest convenience.
So I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to achieve in here, other than, like, from a technical standpoint, how what I'm doing gets me an interlock. Oh dear, we're making matters worse, it would seem. There we go. Have one.
You utter fool! Do you have any idea what you have done?
Serve the Great Serpent as was ordered. Millennials ago, but I believe I severed the link to vortex energy that makes you all invulnerable. Got what I needed up to go now. I have to get this to Dazra as soon as possible. Well, we'll go with this one. Serpent's Embrace is cool, but it's a bit too much. I believe I severed the links to the vortex energy that made you all invulnerable.
Oh, you are so very clever. More so than an Asco's entourage. Those interlocks power our pods. You have killed Bethesda. What is more, you have disrupted the flow of power within the dam. You are one step from dooming those farmers on the surface. All right, hero. You have proven yourself a commendable opponent. But now, you have a choice to make. If you can remove the remaining interlock, you will have bested us. But you will ruin the lives of those above us.
Interesting.
Or we can continue this contest of wills and see which of us is stronger. The choice is yours.
Bluffing, nothing will happen if I shut you down. I've never wanted to pull a plug so badly. Or you could let me walk out. We don't have to keep doing this.
But we do. My dedication to the Great Serpent demands my obedience to his speaker's
You're a moron.
orders.
She seems to struggle with the concept of thinking for herself. Yeah, I assume she was supposed to be in there and got teleported out, but she wasn't in there, so she just sort of fell from above, and I'm a bit confused as to exactly how some of this is supposed to work. I feel like the setup in here is either I'm missing something or something weird is very, very weird is going on. See, I don't know that I actually want to remove them. Why would I want to do this? Why would I need more? I've already got one. I'm trying very hard to kill you. How dare you kill one of us in return? Don't you feel guilty for what we were doing to you? Yeah. When this whole situation is royally fucked. Hmm. So what I'm guessing is that if I only take the one, I will be the only one who can go into the oh. Yeah, I forgot about the camera. Can shout up substantially sooner than that if you would like to. then again, I suppose you don't know what I'm doing, so... Yeah. Unnecessary mysteriousness aside, there's, like, bottom side of my mouth, there's something that is quite uncomfortable when I'm chattering away and reading stuff, so... Just, sticking some numbing stuff on it. And I'm sure you didn't really need to see me with my hand shoved halfway down my throat. So that's why I turned the camera off. Oh, thanks, Andrej. You're getting right in the way there. And again, thank you, Andrej. That's still two of them, which is interesting. Which does make sense, actually, but I still don't know where one of them will be. They're pretty effective with these grenades that they're throwing, these two.
Our victory is inevitable.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, if I were you. Thought as I just ripped you there.
May the Great Serpent have mercy on your soul!
Give up already.
Got her. So I guess we'll be leaving her alone in here if... Oh, they are, they're coming back faster and faster now, aren't they?
It is hopeless for you!
It's rather difficult to spot hidden behind that. Against the background of the vortex energy there. So, sphere lacerations, radiation, gastroenteritis apparently. Okay, so I'm not very healthy. So, yeah. Well, those should help. Looks better missing. Thanks all. Appreciate.
The Great Serpent demands obedience!
Yeah, give me a minute. I need a snack, apparently. Works for me.
We have scared them off, it seems.
I don't think so. Whew. Okay, so I have taken the wrong turn somewhere along the way. Okay, I need to get that way somehow without getting too horrifically zapped. I feel like these two keep switching up their weapons each time they come back. Med bay in his ship gives the equivalent of symptomatic. It would be quite cool, potentially.
Curse you!
Free yourself, you annoying little bugger.
I cannot wait to kill you.
There we go. Get wrecked. Technically he's still up, but... About an inch of settled snow. Oh, not bad. I'll stick my head out the window later, but it was... the ground was completely soaked and there was like a good bit of water on the surface of just about everything when I was out there before. So I don't see it settling here, but... Crashed. CTD. This might be a good time for me to go pee, actually. Hang on. I shan't be a moment. While we wait for this to boot up, give me a minute. we shall have to see where exactly this is going to load me back in now. Yeah, it's not settling here. Again, as I thought, because the ground is wet. There's a few bits that are dry, like I've got kind of peak tops on the walls outside, and either side of my back yard, I suppose. It's not really a garden, it's concrete. Yeah, so because they're sloped, the water runs off, so it's settling a bit on there, but not anywhere else. 19 degrees where you are, Greg. Yeah, it's basically 0 here. Yeah, it's pretty decent temperature. No castle. Yeah. Right. I ended up having to eat earlier within minutes, didn't I? So let's go with... It's got a decent bit of energy resistance. That's got 56. Is there anything better? 35 damage. Bit on the damage resistance. I don't know if damage resistance counts as energy resistance or if it's just ballistic. As such, I'm going to go for... Probably not. Anything that's going to be good on this front? Damage resistance, maybe. Sunray tonic. Tea infused tonic water, cherry soda and spices. You know what? I really do not see much that's particularly good. Let's give that a go. On the drink front. Not the holiday coke adverts brought about. Apparently the adverts Coke have decided to go for this year are entirely AI generated. So not terribly surprising that Coke would turn out to be the kind of company that get off on depriving people of work, but you know. It saves them a few quid. It has not been responded to well, apparently. I wonder if one of the reasons House Malene was so dedicated to Jinan Varun and his ideals and his crusade and so on and so forth were because despite the fact that none of the evidence was allowed to leave this place, word of mouth did leave, and the family knew that some of their people were in here and what had become of them. They were trapped in this vortex state on the orders of Jinan Varun, and it kind of encouraged them to cling to his goals somewhat in the hope of making it a worthwhile sacrifice. Definitely tell it's AI. Yeah, I haven't seen it at all, obviously, because yeah. Not being somebody who has TV at home. I don't see those kind of adverts.
I cannot wait to kill you.
I did not succeed in hitting the target there. Not sure where she is, but there she is. Got her. And they're back. Of course they are. Guessing I would have still had to fight at least one of them on the way out instead of two, if I'd grabbed the other one. Yeah, if I have a criticism right now of Shattered Space, it's this quest doesn't explain what the hell I'm doing very well, or why I'm doing it, because I still don't really know. Again, I came here to find out what Anasco Varun was up to with regards to his experiment, and to find something that might be of use, which is pretty open-ended and vague. I get here, found that his expedition came looking for the vortex interlock, so we decided that the thing to do there was to grab one ourselves, because we might need it, in that it was key to moving people and objects into the vortex. But it hasn't really explained that very well, I don't think. Like, do I need one? Do I need two? We don't really know that we need that, or even what the warning device is designed to do, so there's no reason to think that that's actually what we're after here. I mean, 2 and 2, but definitely didn't explain that whole thing very well. So, and I've only grabbed one rather than 2. So in all likelihood, I'll have to go in alone, which, I don't know. I feel like Androsia would want to come with. But I don't know any of this, it's just wild speculation from reading between the lines. Also, he grabbed one, and apparently that was sufficient to create this device that wiped out half the city. So do I need more than one? Do I not need more than one? I don't know, man. Including the editing, I had to go so you could see it for yourself. Fair enough, okay? Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that's about as far as I've got, and some speculation, but it's like, come down here. You aim for this thing. What do I need? Don't know. Just want to find out what he's going on. What he's after. It's like, oh, well, he grabbed this thing, so I'm going to grab one as well. Do I need one? Here, you have the option to grab more, but it might wipe people out, but you don't know. It's all a bit kind of, So yeah, that's the best conclusion I can come up with, is speculatively that I'm grabbing this thing in the hope that it might be useful to move us into the void to get into Scaled Citadel. But do I need one? Do I need two? My guess from the fact that I get the option to take two, but this is very metagamey, is that I need two to move both me and a companion in. If I only have one, I go alone. Okay. I feel like if Andrea's there, she'd want to come. So I'm kind of tempted to go back and grab the other one, which I didn't do. At the same time, as I say, his whole thing was he grabbed one and managed to wipe out half the bloody city. So maybe I don't need two. Like, I don't know, man. It just doesn't bloody explain it. All will be answered in the next episode. It's like, yeah, but I don't need an answer half an hour from now. I need an answer now so I can make a fucking decision. Or it's just randomly guessing. It's like, it's handed me information as well, in that you can take two if you like. Like, the only conclusion I can draw, and the only basis I have to make a decision on whether I might take one or two of these vortex interlocks, is it's offered me two, and I can metagame an answer out of that. I can go, well, there's probably a reason to have both. It's probably advantageous, but you've got to take the risk. But the actual answer to that question doesn't exist in the game. It's just entirely metagamey. In which case, if you take the metagaming out, why in the hell would I ever take two? I've got no reason to. There's no in-game reason for me to take both of them. You took one and had no regrets. Well, I'll go with that then for now. But yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way anyway, just because the game does not give me it gives me the option, but no bloody reason to take a second one. It makes no sense. You're going to be satisfied. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's just like... It's not even really a particularly good reason to take one of them. Like, oh, this is what he came for. So I'd take one just in case we need it to research? Maybe? This is where we crashed last time. That kind of makes some sense, but also... I don't know, man. These speakers seem to be a bit insane, though. Oh yeah, that was something I was thinking about before. Why does this guy want one, anyway? It's not for the... Is it for the morning device? Yes, it is for the morning device. Okay, that makes some sense. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't really entirely buy the idea that Jinan Varun actually saw anything at all during his jump, because there's bugger all to support it.
I appreciate you taking the view.
But he claimed he did and built this whole religion and faction and society off the back of this claim. However, now we know that he was messing around with the vortex and trying to create an army of near invincible soldiers who were partially shifted into the vortex. It suggests that he had some kind of encounter with the vortex. Because how else would he know about it? Other than, I mean, it's possible that grav jumping wouldn't move you into the vortex. It wouldn't make any sense for it to do that, given the way it works. But let's assume that he realised that in fact it does do that. Yeah, there's something fucking weird going on with this vehicle. You could then have use that speculative concept of it moves you into the vortex as a possibility for further research, but it does imply that that he did actually have some sort of experience, I think. Whether or not he saw a Great Serpent or not, maybe he just saw something out there that reminded him of a serpent and decided this was a basis he could manipulate. It's still pretty iffy, because he might have seen something, but we know that nobody else has. As regards his children fighting over his power and his grandsons...
executed his own son for heresy. So much loss. And
Minster Estate, there you go.
State prevails.
Reminds me of something else, actually. Something prevails.
All must serve.
Another mad fanatical thing in science fiction, I think. I'm not sure what now. Yeah. I mean, his grandson being a bit of a psychopath who's determined to cling on to his own power, that looks all too familiar at the moment, to be honest.
The device looks ready. Let us hope it has not been built too hastily. We need this to work.
Looks exactly the same as it did last time we were here. Could have been a hallucination, yeah, exactly. But the fact that he set up his whole research project based on using the vortex implies that he did have a vortex-related experience of some kind, at least. So, yeah.
I am old and my eyesight is not what it used to be, but I know the face of success when I see it. Your lead from Haustul Kef paid off.
Did you know there was a secret research facility underneath Manling Dam?
I did not, but it does not surprise me. So many projects over the decades. So many secrets. So few successes.
An old lab produced something called a vortex interlocks. I have one, hope it's useful.
I have heard of such a thing. Recently, in fact, just before the accident. That is apparently not a coincidence. We do not need it for the device, but if this accounts for some of the leaps in progress in the Citadel, you may wish to hold on to it. As much as I have devoted my life to science, one cannot deny that there is an occasional spark of the divine. The Great Serpent has use for this, and you, still to come.
So I don't need it to get in there, okay.
In fact, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Interesting.
Just
cannot currently move.
Quick preparations. Creating the necessary connections. It is done. Vindicator, will you do us the honor?
Staying the morning device on? Yeah, but not right now. The Scaled Citadel would be our next mission. Morning device is finally ready. It must be powered up and activated before the Scaled Citadel can be reached. Now then, it is 10:30 nearly. Which means top whack I've got maybe an hour to push on with if I wanted to. So I think this is a bad time to start that quest. Probably. Wonder if the veil between reality and vortex gets thin when you grab jump. Maybe it was thin enough in one jump that he got a window seat to hell. That's possible, yeah. Whatever barrier between forms the skin of reality. So there's a character with zero reason to care about any of Andrasia's people. You took both and weren't disappointed either. Not long enough to push on. No, I don't really feel it is. Want to save for next time, isn't it? When did the stream start? Just after 8, absolutely.
The power of modern medicine.
Well, it cures your physical addiction. It's that mental habit that kept you going back.
Yeah, but that's what you're helping me work on now.
My brother.
Oh, it's a head. Okay.
Has made a world of difference.
Catastrophe. How can anyone be the same after that?
So they're working on his addiction. That's good. Yeah, I don't think it's a good time to rush, to be honest. I don't think it's worth it. Especially given that you know, stuff is not explained as clearly as it might be and explicitly as it might be on occasion anyway, so a little bit of thinking about things takes up a bit of time, and it's kind of necessary. Combat gonna get hard, is it?
Great Serpent, please help me. I'm terrified.
No. Didn't quite work. I was hoping if I stuck up behind him and hissed, it might scare the shit out of him when he's praying to the Great Serpent.
I have a mouth to feed. My own. Buy what you need and then get out. Here.
God, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time, I suppose. But I don't believe so. What's he doing for cash? He's doing good. There's, I don't know if I can see this actually. Zoom in a bit. There's some nice details on this. Don't know if these suits are actually available from the Trackers Alliance either. Oh, details in the fabric there. That is very nice. Not going to sell that. I would like to use that actually, because it's the least Varun looking of the suits as well, but can't use the skin right now. Oh, I've cleaned him out. That's fine, we'll go elsewhere. With 6k plus ammo and had to switch weapons, crikey. Were you using an automatic or a single shot? Because I should know about that. Because I've only got 8k ammo right now and I might have to go on a bit of a hunt for some more. I think I will, now that you mention it. Used to watch all his Let's Plays. I saw a few in years ago now as well, but yeah, like I say, I haven't really fought in ages. Let's have a look.
Your credit.
Really, I didn't even get that much from a trouble.
Already have enough to worry. Here.
Cargo wear is quite cool. Streetwear is pretty badass too, though. I think I like the scarf more, though. It's just a bit too Varun kind of pipey and A minute. Yeah, like a little bit too Geiger-ish and stuff around the chest for me. It's the only thing I don't really like about it. The rest of the uniform, this particular outfit is definitely my favourite. That's cool, but this is definitely more her style. I'm going to keep it like that. Did I accidentally sell? I did, didn't I? Whoops. Right. See if we can't go and find some bits and pieces. Biker leathers from 90s. There's a bit of that. It's more the shape rather than anything else. It just goes with the characters look better. Yeah, that's okay. You can see her in that now, and it's kind of fine, but it's way too big and bulky for the type of tiny, skinny-looking person she is. It's like a short, skinny, kind of pixie-looking girl, which is fine. But, you know, that's better because it's less fucking bulky, but still. Again, that kind of works because of the vertical lines, but yeah. Not quite so... quite so trunked out as she did with the other outfit. Actually not as bad on her as it like it looks better in game than it does in the menu, which is interesting. Yeah, not bad, but it's a little bit. It's definitely the look. Fair enough. Auto with Xbox and no aim assist. Ooh. Yeah, no aim assist on the controller is a rough proposition. It looks like it's ready for a Russian winter. It does, rather. Wouldn't be a bad thing to have, to at least throw over whatever else you're wearing. Yeah. Definitely think she looks better than that. Just suits the figure and shape of her better. Look like a small person wearing a marquee. A little bit of the way that billowing a bit, catching the breeze.
You have been cleared to buy from me, so what are you waiting for? Well, look who it is. Dazra's very own guest of honor. You must have friends in high places, as I have been authorized to trade with you. I have some impressive firepower on offer.
Are your weapons better than those elsewhere in Dazra?
My darling, do you really have to ask?
Not really. You weren't allowed to shop.
Only been authorized for use by military personnel. You have the honor of breaking that convention. Of course I do. Now, what are you buying?
I'm finding it quite interesting that if you look at the textures on here, this is rubber floor matting on the disc. Bethesda, you've been caught. Not that I blame you. Are you a soldier?
No, and thank the Great Serpent for that. Unlike them, I actually have chances to shoot my guns. What kind of supplier would I be if I do not test the merchandise?
Not sure what you referred to there, Asbo.
They will not know what hit them.
This I am sure. What have you got then? Pound, Starlash. Refined, I think that's what I've got, isn't it? Advanced is what I've got, okay. I do like the Kadama as well, I have to admit. She's a good gun. But, I'm geared towards energy weapons right now. Use the Ace spacesuit. That makes no sense for her to have either. Especially not shoot them or pirate stuff. A lot of this is, I mean, that's just leveled lists for you, but in the way Bethesda distributes loot, but nonetheless, it does not make any sense. No, fair enough. That makes a bit more sense now. Couldn't tell if it was a typo, or a spelling error, or something I just didn't understand, or I don't know. Now I'm with you. Shit. I think it's going to be something to go and see if I can't buy some more ammo elsewhere in the subtle systems. See what else I'm going to do before I do that. Might hold on to that, I think. Oh, Androsia's got a bunch of stuff I need to sell, hasn't she?
I would move the stars for you. What have you got for me?
It's a sweet thing to say. Nice.
Are you sure you must
hold on to that and I don't lose it. Yeah. Certain screens seem to change how the game and my mouse software interact, and sometimes my mouse goes like crazy high sensitivity. It's very weird.
Oh, sorry, I have a lot on. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hard to believe any of this is... Oh, yes.
I suppose you have to have ammo, do you? No, you do not. Catch you, Caldra. Sleep well. It's a lot of books. Let's get rid of... That's because I'm in the wrong one, okay. Still quite a lot of books. Now. Most of this can probably go, really. It's late, so I don't really need those. An idea, actually. Maybe. This is by far and away the best landing bay, by the way.
I find the interior.
The lighting's the best. It's larger and wider and just, yeah, better on all counts.
Orbital insertion achieved. We're spacebound again.
We are indeed. I want to go to Xion first, I think. Kila City.
Got a freighter coming soon. No time to talk.
Vaguely aquatic about the look of that ship.
Evening, ma'am.
Everyone needs supply. Take again.
It's Roland Arms next, I think.
Outlaw, you ask me? Traveling and...
Don't make me regret this now.
Well, it's nice, friendly of characters, Bell Roland. Slightly paranoid, one might even say.
Do you have business with... I'm sure something will catch.
Disappointing. Torpedo.
Might want to steer clear of the stretch. Lots of crime over there.
I have a very large gun, I'll be fine.
I think you'll find that we carry... Here's what I haven't...
You don't sell what I need, that's interesting. And unfortunate. Stop by Mars. That's one does. I remember I put this to the test on stream just on my own time, but here's the other reason why this is the only reasonable choice for a cargo bay. It's the only one big enough to fit the Rev 8 in. And Vasco's still got room to hang out in the corner over there as well. So yeah. Seems like the only really viable choice. It's just going to roll into town, isn't it? That's going to hit the post, that's okay. Kind of pondering some different ideas for my mantis. I've kind of got one in the back of my mind at the moment. I feel like putting the time in. Not sure I do right now, though.
Prepare for liftoff.
Razorleaf, that's it. The Razorleaf ship.
Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking combining the concept of a praying mantis with maybe some of the sort of general ideas of the shape Earth.
Sometimes it seems the UC does not remember. Its history is tied to this.
Sidonia. The UC clings to its old ways. I suspect this soul system would be abandoned otherwise.
Still producing useful resources. Yeah, somewhere between a praying mantis and Serenity from Firefly. Sort of kind of see what I can come up with in between those two ideas.
Do your part to keep Sidonia graffiti free.
Nah. Graffiti all over the spot.
Actually enjoys living here? I simply cannot.
That is a fair point. Nice place to visit. Wouldn't want to live there.
See you around.
Watch out for the robots.
It's you, my friendo. Take a look.
A strange fellow as well, that guy. 46. Now we're talking.
Be safe out there.
Said in an interview, although we can't expect a repeat of what happened with the
000. Oh dear. There was an incident whilst I was here.
I know we're supposed to clean up vandalism, but I just
Tell you what, that is definitely one of my favourite mods that I'm running on the game at the moment. Faster hatches and airlocks. It is such a huge improvement. Alan Parker. Hey! Lift that up a little bit. Freaking cool as Mars look though. Like, this is a masterclass in sci-fi design. IMO. Just wish it were bigger.
Liftoff looks good. All systems go. Retro's firing. Orbit stabilized.
Office Centauri, there you are. I could stop by Neon, but I won't because I haven't been there yet on the safe.
If it belongs on your oh, please, take a look.
Right. Not exactly incredible numbers, but still. Superior, ooh. That's a bit of a jump. They've made some errors. Check my levels in a bit. Keep an eye out for some Astros at some point as well. Anything cool? I've actually got a set of these, and it's quite a cool outfit, I think. Especially if your character's got green hair, which mine does. Interesting. Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I keep thinking about how much that UI bugs me. Fly out. Because I'm convinced that the promenade should be at the top, the spaceport in the middle, and the well at the bottom because it's down the bottom. But I actually don't know that. Because of the upper level being that much higher, it could be that the well is the highest of the areas. It's further up and underneath and further back. This could actually be the right order. The spaceport could be the lowest. But my entire instinct tells me that this is not the right way around. Should be at the bottom, should be in the middle, should be at the top. It still bugs me.
I got
Am I right?
contacts all over. Absolutely.
Nice. Let's be honest, I'll burn through that in no time.
You need something else? I'll be here.
You need something else? I'll be here.
Well, big shot bounty hunter now, ain't ya? Keep up the good work, mate. Kill for a cup of
Gonna be a good cup of chai. Well, it's not really coffee then, is it? But, you know.
It's cliche, but it's true. You won't find a better selection.
No, I wanted to click that, but then it didn't do it.
Pleasure dealing with you.
Hey, no funny stuff. Got enough flight traffic as it is.
Oh, you said no funny business. No, that wasn't too likely to happen. Don't know if I'm going to get much on this side or not. going to sleep. Sure you needed to know all about? It's a haircut and a half.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to several weeks for an official response. We apologize for any delay. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
Katie saying?
Yes, of course. Please, take a look. Oh, well, certainly.
No outfits. Okay.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. I would like to take a look at her stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Wrong game.
You're only as safe as your equipment up. Please do. I hope we have something that suits you. Get it?
He does. That surprised me. Navigate seat is nice. It's definitely not my favourite though.
Be careful out there.
Area. Potato trunk and some distilled water. That works for me. Pretty sure it's not a picture I took, but it's somebody entering the frontier in a full set of ecliptic gear, which is interesting that it made it in. Yeah, that way. Oh, chunks over there, is it?
I'm sure you already. Only the finest collection.
Nice. All right.
Sure, I would be happy to chat.
Nice, you see. This really shouldn't be possible. The entire freaking crew is hanging out in my captain's quarters. None of them should be coming in here. This.
Aw, come on, please. I need somebody to talk to.
Yeah, I
on the
wouldn't
ship
want
by myself.
cat or dog crap in my starship.
Give him an inch. We'll see you come down.
So that's slightly annoying. You can't move that.
Invited attention.
Yeah, like captain's quarters should be marked as not for crew to spend time in. IMO. Lighting really does not flatter there, does it? It would be less, yeah, minus active romantic companion, yeah, sure. So that makes sense. But,
Last night. Well, all that physical training seems to have paid off.
Hi. I was going to say something, I've forgotten what the hell it was now. That's crap again. It's one of the drawbacks of this thing. Sometimes it puts me through the floor of the landing bay when I leave that way, and it's doing it again, and I can't get out. I can't jump because my feet seem to think I'm underneath, because I'm underneath it. But I also can't get out the sides normally. Nope, I can't get out from under here either. I'm entirely stuck. It's very annoying. It's not every time either, but it is kind of annoying. Landing pads actually are the worst for it. This looks a bit weird when you're doing stuff like that. There are some new poses that came with the update as well. A bit low enough to the ground to make that one work, I don't think, though. Need a few more, slightly more ordinary ones. A bit less ridiculous. I feel like you should need to be playing a Khajiit for that pose. go with that one. Some good facial expressions though. Some not so great ones as well, but sinister. I don't think that looks sinister on her. Doesn't look like a yawn either. That. I don't know what it does look like, but no. Go with the serpent tattoo. Yeah, pretty much. I'm debating as to whether or not I need to change that tattoo. Possibly at the end of Shattered Space. We can see it very clearly, but the one she's currently got is one of the base game ones. It's very green when they come over her. You kind of can see it. And it looks good. It kind of goes with her being House of Rune, but not, because, you know, zealot parents who kind of turned their back on extreme zealotry when they became parents. So it kind of works with that. It's not too full on, but I don't know. I might look at some of the ones that are available now. Well, for one shiny evening. Let's see whether or not that causes havoc. It might not. Yeah. Reasonable progress today. So I did feel like the information and situation in that previous quest could have been set up and delivered and explained a bit better. Yeah, the whole... Yeah, it's like coming back with that vortex, whatever it was. I forgot what it's called now. Anyway, that device was like, okay, so Anasko Varun went for it. Like, we were there because Anasko Varun went for something in there, came back with something that's then advanced progress with the experiment. Okay, I want to find out what that is. K6 may be relevant. And then we get one of those things come back with it in case it's maybe relevant. Yeah, but it gives me the opportunity for two, and like what's going on otherwise and stuff. It's like what he used it for. I guess he must have developed some kind of improvement on it, because the version that we have only, or his scientists, because the version we have only was able to move one person into the vortex to make them kind of an invulnerable phantom, but he's managed to move the entire, mind you, he's moved a lot of people and a significant chunk of Dazra in there, but he used much larger facilities and used the Oracle station as well involved, so interesting. Have I got my destroy concrete walls yet? I don't think I'm quite over the line yet. No, I think I need to hit rank 100 before I do that. Before I can do that. Or if it's the one before that, then I might be open, but I haven't really checked, because I'm rank 97, I think, now. I think. Yeah. Yeah, felt delivery of that quest needed a little bit of work. And the explanation of what the hell was going on and why I was there. Like I say, at the end of it, giving me that option to take two core vortex thingy-jigs instead of one, and I'm there going, why would I want to, though? Also, I have other questions like, Anasco took one. We've encountered 3 people, but there were only 3 slots for the cause. So logically, it should have been there were only 2 people because one of them had already been taken. And we should have taken one, which left only 1 over, not 2 over. I don't know. It was a bit weird. I feel like there was 1 too many, or somebody's missing or something. Where exactly Anasco's core came from is a bit weird. Why were we destroying this thing so that we could get it out when, yeah, like the steps we had to take in order to get the vortex injector or whatever it was called. Why did we have to take those specific steps in order to release it? It didn't seem to explain that at all. It was just like, yeah, you got to do this. I don't know. It was all a bit weird. The rank before. Yeah, I might have it available then. Vortex as a scientific frontier is exciting, but it will never be further developed. Yeah, probably not. No, at least not within our lifetimes. Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, there was a log where he said it was like, they turned around and said to him, yeah, if you take this thing, it'll kill us. And he was like, well, I guess that's your service to the Great Serpent. But yeah, but where he took it from is still ambiguous. There isn't anywhere for him to have taken it from. Because there were 3 slots there, and all 3 were still present, I think. Or were they? Yeah, there were. Because we took 1 and there were 2 left over. Although we had the option to take another. Because there had to be 2 left over because we encountered 3 Vortex Phantoms. So, yeah, it's a bit weird. You had a bit of a rant afterwards. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Definitely some bits that needed a little bit of work, maybe. Issue with no external playtesting, I guess. Inevitable. But it is what it is. Yeah. I don't think it's like a massive game changer or anything but so far. It's a few new bits of gear, it's a new location, it's a new story. It's cool, and it adds to the lore and everything, but it doesn't change the... It's no fundamental change to the game with it. Yeah, I would agree with that guy. Gray, I'm enjoying it so far as well. I think if you weren't in, like some people have said, if you enjoyed Starfield, well worth playing and you'll enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy Starfield, it's more Starfield. But yeah, that's basically what it is, really, isn't it? More Starfield. Fine, because I do enjoy it. Anyway, yeah, looking forward to diving into the Scale Citadel tomorrow, which should be good fun. Moving on, though, not quite sure what we've got on the horizon. We've got Fallout London maybe to jump back into. I'm kind of in 2 minds about that at the minute, really. Kind of do want to, kind of not that bothered in some ways. We've got Indie coming up as well. So I might... we might do 3 sessions in Starfield this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then do the Access Unseen on Thursday. No, better bet would be do 2 Starfield today and tomorrow. Then do the Access Unseen on Wednesday, because we'll probably finish that on Wednesday, which would leave Thursday, Friday open to jump back into Fallout London. What changed on it? I've been kind of enjoying it, and it's got lots of fascinating stuff, but it's also not as exciting as it might have been in some ways. I think I do want to jump back into it. Maybe it's just because I've only been playing it a bit dribs and drabs here and there. Sort of the slower rate of progress, and with everything else going on, has kind of taken the edge off it a bit. I think if I was kind of sunk into it a bit more, I might have continued enjoying it a bit more. But we'll see what happens, because once we get Access Unseen finished, we should have a decent bit of time to run at it, because 9th of December is when Yeah, is when Indiana Jones comes out. So it's what, 1, 2, 3 weeks today. So yeah, so we'll finish probably Access on Wednesday, which would give me like 2 weeks to finish off Shattered Space, probably, which I think is probably doable. I suspect that'll probably be a line up. So we'll probably finish Shattered Space to align with the start of Indiana Jones, which would mean Indiana Jones plus Fallout London, which would be a decent balance, I think. Yeah, I think that will work, probably. And we'll see where we go from there. So that'll probably tide us through into January. And early February is when Avowed drops, I think. I think Avowed's somewhere around the 18th of February, isn't it? I've got in my head. Let's just check. Avowed. I haven't got it written down there, so I'll have to check somewhere else. Okay. Let's have a look. Avowed release date, thank you. Yeah, 18th of February, I did remember that right. So let's update that in my thingamajig. I don't need the TH, okay. Access unseen. That's out, so that can come. I can probably delete that whole line. Delete row. Okay. Anything else I want to quickly delete on there because we've played it already while I think about it? No, don't think so. Probably that one. Some stuff I need to look up again there. Yep, that's cool. Right. Did I hear about Avowed being on the Battle.net launcher? I did not hear. Yeah, that would be weird. No. It just gives an additional option for those who have Battle.net to kind of get the game through. You know, if big WoW players and stuff like that spend most of the time in that launcher can have it in that launcher, I guess. It's just an additional option. Because it's still going to be on Game Pass, and I'd be willing to better be on Steam as well. Which I'll end up with and doing and stuff. Because, yeah, it depends whether or not I can get codes and stuff. It might be a stretch to get code for Avowed, so that might have to be... Indiana Jones might be doable, because I assume Bethesda will be publishing. But I think they are. So I might be able to get, maybe, be able to get a review code for that, possibly. Otherwise, I'll have to get Game Pass again soon. Which is going to require a call to customer support. But, yeah. First time a non-Blizzard game's been on there. Yeah, that is interesting. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I was looking at, we were talking about this last week, Exodus again, and the stuff that's come out. They have a whole bunch of stuff on their YouTube channel, and their website has got a whole bunch more like information and lore and stuff like that on there. And yeah, it's dense. There is a lot there, and it looks like it'll be quite interesting. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that and eyeballing that. And obviously, Game Awards is just over a month away. Well, 6 weeks away. The nominations should be out. All that really is, let's be honest, outside of the gaming industry, it's really the announcements that, that most of us are interested in more than the actual awards, which is a bit weird, but yeah. The Game Awards has always been a bit weird. Anyway, yeah. I think that's going to be the play. Starfield and... then, yeah, Access Unseen Wednesday, Fallout London Thursday, Friday. We'll finish Access Unseen, play Starfield through, probably finish Shattered Space in time for aligning with the launch of Indiana Jones, I would think. It's going to work out reasonably well. Do we know what Exodus, what type of game Exodus will be? Yeah, third-person action RPG. Third-person shooter RPG. Kind of Mass Effect, but more modern, more up-to-date. Because it's a mixed bag of people who've worked on Mass Effect and Dragon Age and stuff from BioWare, and then people from EA and other places as well. There was another big name, Naughty Dog, I think. There were people from Naughty Dog in there, in that studio. It was Naughty Dog who made The Last of Us, wasn't it? Yeah, people from all those backgrounds. But yeah, it's a third-person sci-fi action RPG thing. Looks like it should be good. And a very, very interesting world. Yeah. Anyway, folks, time to chill, I think. So, thank you all for hanging out. We'll dive back in and check out Scaled Citadel tomorrow, which should be good. Stocked up a bit on ammo, so hopefully we'll be a little better equipped to deal with that. To try and land my hits, I think. If it's going to be as much of an ammo sink as it sounds like. Yeah, should be fun. What else? Yeah. You guys know where the buttons are if you haven't already. Do appreciate likes and subs and social media links and all that good stuff. There seems to be a lot of people following me on Blue Sky over the weekend, or respectable increase in followership over there, which is nice. So if you're interested, do hop on over. I put a fun little picture on Twitter to encourage people to jump over, and they seem to have done. It seems to have gone over quite well. Got a picture of my character looking at the Pip-Boy near the road sign for Watoga, and I changed the Watoga sign to say Blue Sky. And he looks quite good, so yeah. Have a look. It's on Twitter if you're still on that one, but it's also on my Blue Sky account as well. So yeah, that's options. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll dive back in tomorrow, about 8 o'clock, which should be good. So, until then, have a good rest of your evening, have a good day tomorrow, look after yourself, stay safe, and I will catch you all around and about 8 o'clock tomorrow night for a little more space adventures. Should be good. So, until then, see you next time. Bye, folks. See ya.
Yeah.